Before we bring her up, though, I have a little clip. It's a little compilation clip of her as April Curtis from the show. And anyway, it's about a minute, and just some little clips. So anyway, go ahead. Hit it.
Devin, you're not thinking of postponing the test. I mean, not after all our preparation.
I'll get cracked immediately. Sorry, I wrote out because I just saw these. Like the nurse again, huh?
Woo-woo! I'm calling it water rage. Lucky it isn't pink. And there'll be no more aquatics until the entire system's been rebuilt. From scratch.
I believe April is becoming more parent than technician to me. Isn't that motherly? You got that right.
I'm so glad you could come. Harold will be so pleased.
Harold and April are, engaged.
Yes. And I've never been happier. I'd like you to meet Harold Salem, my, fiancé.
That was an acting job.
Anyway, so I met this lady 2 years ago at an autograph show up in North Carolina, and I drove 5 hours just to meet her. And she was so gracious and so friendly. And I mentioned to her even then that I was going to try to put one of these on and have her at some. In fact, she was supposed to be here last year, and something fell through with her schedule, and everybody was really disappointed. So I said, well, we're going to have her this year. So, anywho, without any further ado, Miss Rebecca Holden.
Thank you so much. That was so nice. Oh my goodness. It is just so marvelous to be here. I can't tell you what it means to look out at all your smiling faces and know that we share this common bond, which is this love that we share for all this wonderful show that we all hold so dear to our hearts. And it's just amazing that here we are all these years later. This brings back lots of memories. Oh my goodness. Mark, hats off to you for putting on and creating this special occasion where we can all come and get together. You know, we were just talking about Facebook, and the internet is such a marvelous thing because all these Knight Rider fans and people who love the show meet online, and then we have these events where we can actually come and be together and reminisce and meet face to face and become friends. And Ron and I were just talking how rare that is. You know, you think of all the shows that are produced and all the shows that are created and made, and yet how many shows have a reunion like this once a year. And what is it about that show that resonated so much with people? We thought at the time that we were just you know, doing a television show. We had a ball. We felt so privileged to be able to work at a job that we loved and go to work and have a great time and, you know, be on the cover of TV Guide and have a hit show and all those things. It was fabulous. But it was a lot more than that. I come to things like this and I hear from you and hear stories that it really had a profound effect on your life. And that is truly special. I feel so privileged to have had such a blessing in my life. As a little girl growing up in Texas, a little Texas girl, never dreamed that I would have this career that would take me all over the world. I've had the opportunity to perform for presidents and kings and meet fascinating people and make wonderful friends and have truly remarkable experiences. I thought I was going to be a music teacher. I always thought I was going to be a teacher. You know, other little girls played house. I played school. I lined up all of my little dolls and I gave them homework. To work with so many talented people and work with so many incredibly gifted directors. And I think if you are open to all the gifts and abilities around you, you can absorb that like a sponge. And I always had a desire for excellence, and being surrounded with incredibly talented people, I think it elevates your own work. And when Universal, I'd done so many shows over at Universal, from Magna PI and a bunch of them. So when the role came up on Knight Rider, I remember they brought me in to read with David, just to meet, and you know, it just felt magical. I remember they said, we want you to be able to look not glamorous, put on some glasses. And I said, well, I actually have my own, because when I don't have my contacts on, I wear my glasses. So that became a kind of a thing for the character. But it was just a special, special time, and I feel today very privileged, because this show, because of its popularity around the globe and in so many countries, has opened the door for me to travel and tour all over the world. I just recorded a new duet with John Cicada, who is one of the most fabulous voices. I saw his live show a few weeks ago in Palm Springs, and the man is just an incredibly talented live performer, and we're going to be touring together. And already the song was heard by a few people, and it's already leaked, and we're getting requests every day from Malaysia to Brazil to Sweden of people that want to use this song in their weddings. So who would have thunk it, as they say. So I did arrange for everybody who's here today, if you email my record producer, because you are special Knight Rider fans, he will send you by email an MP3 of the song. It's not even released yet. I have my card with his email address on it, so he'll be expecting to hear from me. I could go on talking for hours, especially about this show that I love. So if you have questions, just pop on in, because I want this to be real informal and conversational. And in fact, I think I'll just sit right down here, make myself at home.
Would you like a chair?
So anybody have anything to ask? And if you can't think of anything, I'll just keep talking.
Please.
I feel very privileged to have been able to play the character of April. She was smart, she was resourceful, she was creative, she was articulate, she was inventive, she was...
Gorgeous.
I'll take any compliment I can get. Right, girls? We know we like compliments. Thank you very much. She had integrity. She was fiercely loyal to her comrades. She was protective, I think, of Michael and Kit and Edward, and she always wanted to make sure that anything that she invented for them to do, that they were always safe, first and foremost, and protected. She was a little motherly, I think, very maternal toward them. There was a real camaraderie between all of us, and I think that's what made it such a, as Ron was saying, such a family experience on the show. We had such a good time. And any creative endeavor that ends up being successful, and certainly you would have to put that show in that category, is very much a collaborative effort. It is teamwork from A to Z. It started, of course, with Glenn Larson, who created the show. And this show is special in that regard, just on its general premise, and remind me to get back to that in just a minute. Mike Sheffey, of course, who designed the car. I mean, let's face it, The show is about the car. We were just accessories. And if it weren't for this car that he created, we wouldn't all be sitting here today. Let's face it. It was special. He was way beyond his time. Of course, you all know how talented he is, and all of the other cars and things that he created for other shows. The guy's just a creative genius. And one of the best hearts. We've gotten to know each other actually a lot better since the show, because at the time of the show, once he had created the car, his job was kind of done. So we've really gotten to know each other at these kind of events, which is why I say, Mark, these events are so special, because we are still forging friendships and coming together, and Michael and I have got to know each other so much better through events just like this.
Not many.
Oh, be quiet.
Everybody's a critic.
Am I talking again up there?
That's what it was, yes.
Yeah. You say
Yeah.
Dang, you auto run.
Close the window. Hope that was okay.
That's super.
And of course, the producers, Ron Martinez. This was a very complex show to put on, you know, with all the stunts and all the logistics and all the just the logistical challenges of putting on a show of this magnitude. So to engineer this huge thing with all the locations and I mean it's a monumental task that I'm sure at the time when you were in your living room you had no idea of all that goes on behind the scenes. Really? Yeah. And so hats off to I mean we may have appeared on camera, but these guys made it all happen.